The footage you are currently seeing is of me and my mother in the car on the way to yet another college tour. By this point, all the colleges I had seen had sucked, not to mention the absurd price tag that came with them. After this tour of the countryside, it is entirely safe to say I'm not going to school in Boston.
I ain't thinking about you. Please don't put yourself in my head. Nobody thinking about you. Why you so self-centered?
Hello, my name is my name, and hi. I don't know what the title of the video is, so hopefully previous me, editor me briefed you on a topic that I will be talking about today. Have my journal here. Let me go to my script. This past weekend I went on trips to colleges. I saw a bunch of colleges in Massachusetts, and one conclusion I've come to is I don't want to go to school in Boston. Another conclusion I've come to is I saw all these colleges, and to be honest, I don't want to go to any of them, or any college for that matter. The thought's been on my mind recently to take a risk and between college and high school, take a year to actually try and pursue this dream of mine 100%. Now, the problem is just telling people, I told one of my friends today, last night actually, when my friends sat there, they asked me, what do you want to do after college? I said, streaming. And they laughed. So they did laugh, it does seem crazy, but everything's crazy until it's done, right? Of all the colleges that I saw, I liked one of them the most. It was a cool college, but what would I be going for? If I was to go to college, I would go to college for musical theater, which is also a dream. You're not guaranteed a job for musical theater at all. In fact, it's a lot harder to get a job in musical theater than it is to get a regular job in any regular degree. But I figured since if I was to go to college, it'd be based on a dream. Why not spend a year trying to chase another dream? I just be delaying dreams, I just be delaying me chasing another dream that I end up chasing in the future anyway. So why not just take a year and give 100% to this? Because this is now. I feel, I feel like this is now, and I gotta do this. All the colleges I saw, they were either sad, cold, food was ass, and they all had one thing in common. Every one of them cost a buttload of money. And to be honest, man, I've never worked a real job in my life. I don't want to pay $40,000 a year for an education that isn't going to guarantee me anything. Think about it. The kids at Westchester Community College are maybe what? The kids at Yale are maybe a little bit smarter than the kids at Westchester Community College. It's not about fucking education. It never was. Nobody cares about education. It's not so much about education anymore because it's about what you do with education, first of all. But the kids at Yale may not be smarter than the kids at my local community college. Why? Because it's really just a name. The Ivy League schools are the Gucci and Balenciaga of colleges. It's all clothes. What comes with it is what's really valued. That's what's $90,000. They give a fuck about the facilities or anything like that. The only thing that really matters is the connections and shit that come with it. So when it comes to things like, I'm supposed to be holding this mic to my mouth. When it comes to things like paying all this money for college, dude, it's only for the name. And to be honest, I'm not qualified to go to any Ivy League schools. I'm not even going to bother applying to any. I don't really want to go to any. But the thing is, all these colleges cost so much money. And dog, if I was to go to college, I'd be going for a dream. So why would I spend so much money on a dream? Like, not saying it's a waste, but Not saying it's a waste, but if I spend this year chasing YouTube, dog, and this shit works, if this shit works, look at me in my eyes. If this shit works, whoo, that'd be so amazing. So amazing. You know? My opinion on college. My mom, first person in her family to come to America. Like not first person in her family to ever beat America, but she, on my mom's side of the family, she's like the first person to ever come and actually move here. She moved here with my grandfather who already lived here. But as in terms of like college and shit, she's the first. So when it comes to like a Caribbean mom who came here, went to college and got a job straight out of college, college is everything. Shit, I go to a college prep school. And I'm talking about not going to college. But I saw these colleges over the weekend and I was like, I don't want to go to any of these. And to be honest, I feel like I'm going to feel that way about any college. I didn't appreciate any of the information meetings or the tours. It just felt like, it's another college. Because I know I'm going to have to pay for it. So I'm going to be excited, you know? My plan? So the plan is to, I'm out of far land. Man, I couldn't fucking tell you. But I know what I do want to do. And that's pursue content. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's all a matter of just telling people what I'm going to do instead of saying I'm thinking about it. I noticed that when I introduced this topic or theme to people, they started, I always started my sentence with, I think I'm going to do this, or I think I'm going to do that. And like, I don't know why. Because I'm unsure. I'm unsure about the commitment of it. And it's just crazy to say, I am going to do this, because then you're committing to it. So I say I'm thinking about doing this to relieve myself of the commitment, but to tell you the truth, if I don't take this gap year and pursue content and try to get this shit to work for real, I'm going to be thinking about it for the rest of my life. And that's no story. All these colleges, they have price tags. And to be honest, man, for what I'm getting in return, I don't know if I'm willing to pay. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you got my message. And yeah.